Hey everyone, it's Erica. Welcome to section 1 of the Knit Shoreline Mystery Make-Along. This is the wave section, and I am going to grab clue 1 and pull it into the camera frame. So if you haven't done this yet or don't want to see it, turn the video off and come back in a little bit. So here we go. This is the completed, well, a piece of the completed section 1, which is your waves, and this portion of the shawl is done primarily on your larger needle. The reason for that is to give it a little bit of a looser ripple than the rest of the shawl. This is not a part that you want to be pulling in, so about this much of it is done on your larger needles, and then you will move over to your main smaller needle for the last few rows. Now this right here is simply a lifeline that I ran through close to the end of my section, so that if any problems arise, I don't have to lose this, because this is not something that I wanted to be picking up without a lifeline. So not necessary, but that's what this is. All right, so now that you see this, you can kind of count how many repeats we have here. Like I said, this is the full thing. I'm going to push this aside because we're not going to go over this stitch on the full length of the shawl. It is way too much. So I have casted on 2 repeats here on these needles, and the repeats for this stitch pattern, this feather and fan, are 18 stitches. So the cast on is 18 plus 3, and those 3 stitches are going to be your border. The actual pattern repeat is 18 stitches. Now I've cast on and I worked the first setup row, which is just a purl. I use a long tail cast on, and it makes the right side of your work look like this at the bottom. If you're doing a different type of cast on and you want to eliminate that first setup wrong side row and just dive right into the right side, that's fine too, but that one row does give you a little bit of a base for working the increases and decreases instead of just having the cast on edge. Okay, so to get started here, we're going to purl the first stitch of the row as your little border, and then knit 1. Now those are the extra stitches off to the side. And the repeat actually starts right here with knit 2 together 3 times. So we're going to knit 2 together. Pick up my yarn a little bit so that the cord doesn't keep scratching. Okay, so we've got knit 2 together 3 times, and that is going to, you can kind of see the little bit of a wave starting there. Next up, yarn over knit 1 5 times. So yarn over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 more yarn over. Now you're going to do a left leaning decrease 3 times to mirror the first part. Now what I do to make mine is I slip 1 knitwise, and I kind of twist it around and place it back on the left needle and knit those 2 together through the back. You can do whatever left leaning decrease you'd like, but this is how I do what's in the pattern. Technically a slip slip knit, but I'm only slipping the first stitch. So I go knit, twist, place it back on, and then you have 1 knit to end out your repeat. So this is 1 repeat right here. So you've got 3 right slanting decreases, yarn over knit 1 5 times, the extra yarn over, and then 3 left slanting decreases and a knit 1 to kind of break up the repeat. So very important that you have 6 increases and 6 decreases. They're split up 3 and 3, but this pattern repeat needs to be balanced. If you do an extra decrease and forget one of the increases, you're going to be thrown off. So 1 more repeat on here. So I'm going to knit 2 together 3 times. 1, 2, 3. There you go. and yarn over, knit 1 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your 6th yarn over right there, and then 3 decreases again. So 1, and I got stuck. 2, 3, your repeat ends with a knit 1, and then the row will end with a purl 1. So for this section, the waves, this is actually your only patterned row. Everything else is either a full knit or a full purl. So once you get this row down, that's it. You're good to go on this. Like I said, there's nothing hard about this, but the only thing to keep track of is that you are doing as many increases as decreases and vice versa. So you could put a stitch marker if you'd like after your 3 knit 2 togethers, and then your yarn over section, your 3, you have that extra knit right here. This is where your stitch marker would go if you want to count your repeats. And then you can just count each section to make sure that you have the matching amount of increases and decreases. Otherwise, once you got this, like I said, you're good to go. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys in another week for section 2. Bye.